Hey everyone, it's a quick look at the LEGO Batman Mech Armor set, 140 pieces. This cost me $15 US, and these are usually built pretty much the same with the exception of the color scheme and then just small accessories and small differences to a pretty standard frame. The color scheme for Batman here was pretty easy for them to pull off, although they did need to use some medium nougat inside rather than continuing with the gold all the way through. But the most important thing here that this one has that another dark mech that they've done recently did not is stuff on the back to bulk it up. They actually have the suggestion of kind of a cape for the mech armor itself, which in this case is made of hard pieces. They're Technic panel pieces, and it has articulation, so you can bring that up, and you can also bring these out like this. Look at that. So this essentially becomes wings now, and it even has a big thruster back here. So 100%, this is intended to represent wings, and you just have the arms facing forward, and you can just glide them around. He also has suggestions of thrusters underneath here, both for doing big jumps and also for flying around. It's absolutely perfect in that way, at least in capturing the need for something like that. Darth Vader's the one that didn't do that, to its fault. The cloth actual cape piece for the minifigure is able to just flop around in the back, which is nice and convenient. This has both versions of Batarang. It's got a small one for the minifigure there and a larger version for the mech armor itself, so you can remove that if you want to, but it just fits onto a single stud there. Each of the hands has a thumb and 3 fingers, the modern finger piece that is shaped pretty nicely. You also have a blaster over here on this side. And I appreciate that they actually have a spot for the minifigure accessory, once again, to be attached. As far as articulation, once again, as usual, you've got the ball joints in the shoulders. They have a decent range of motion. You're not able to bring the arms all the way across the body, but then you do have the side-to-side motion in the hip, or the waist is able to rotate around. Unfortunately, that is stopped a little bit, so it's not able to rotate fully. Stopped a little bit by the existence of the thruster on the back, and then just with the legs. The legs are also a little bit limited because of the belt piece there. The utility belt kind of stops them from going farther forward, but it's a decent amount of articulation, and these things do have large enough feet always that you can pretty much just find any kind of action pose that you want and then just put it on the ground and have it stay. So that's good. And this one doesn't have too many pieces that fall off easily. This whole front section here, that right there can pull off, but the rest of it I think is attached well enough. So just kind of the kneecap there is the only thing that's easy to fall off during play. This is a print right here, and let's look at the minifigure. Face it, this is a pretty basic Batman. Does not have a physical utility belt, does not have any printing on the side, any printing for the legs whatsoever. But again, you've got the cloth cape piece, which is convenient. And this does have the dual molded version of a cowl. So you don't have any weird headband on the face or either of the faces there. This is a 6+ set, so I think this is more than good enough for the intended audience. And I think most younger kids would be perfectly fine with this as their Batman. And these are the only leftover pieces. There are no stickers. The 2 red pieces are extra shots for the blaster. Again, this cost me $15 US. It's 15 euros, 13 pounds UK, or $20 Canadian for 140 pieces. And of course, the one minifigure, no stickers, good design in general. A little bit limited with articulation, but the back stuff is done well. The print there is nice. And generally, if you like these things and you're in its target market, I think you end up with something good. You're just not getting a super fancy version of a minifigure with this. So if you're just looking for a good Batman, unfortunately, this is, I'd say, not a great cheap option for you. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.